Okay, I had to like really slow this down. It's gonna blow your mind. She's gonna use 7 different styles of articulation in 8 seconds. Flips into her falsetto. She uses basic laryngeal movement to do ooh, and then she has a bend in there that she just sneaks in there. She has an aspirate ha to get that ha where the folds come together. She has consonants na 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 na. She uses vowels yeah yeah, and then ah. This jaw movement thing, but she does it way more subtly than so many people do, which is fine. You don't necessarily always need to be subtle, but check it out. Just like listen, you have to listen to it in slow motion. So that is the difference between someone who hits notes real fast and someone who's actually goated.
In the pouring rain, baby, 4th of July. Oh, ways, 4th of July, baby.
I mean, it's hard to be mad at that. Here, what I like about this run is that she's phrasing it extremely dynamically. There's parts where she's like drooping her soft palate like really quickly to get different sounds. She's doing that because she's trying to keep this R&B aesthetic where the soft palate is not as high up. As one, you're like a dream come true is very different from as one, you're like a dream come true. Having that lifted soft palate is not as intimate. But it is more ergonomic to have that lifted soft palate. And proceeds to change the vowel many, many, many different ways, which is pretty neat. To do things like decrescendo, to have more dynamic control when she goes up to the higher notes. And she even throws in a glottal stop in there. She's just like, we're done. It's one thing to hit a lot of notes using a lot of articulations, but you still have a musical phrase and an arc that you need to achieve. And she got tricks. She got tricks. Tis my soul. Tis my soul.
Oh, baby, yeah.
Really nice, like just like way ooh, the way she tails off on it. That's nice.
Baby, yeah. Wrap and we lay. Ooh, yeah.
Wow. The way that she goes through the entire chord here and arpeggiates it is really cool.
Wrap and we lay. Ooh, yeah.
When she chooses to go breathy versus when she doesn't choose to go breathy is actually kind of like really, it's an interesting choice.
Ambiguous, forever lies to.
Wow, she just drops her soft palate for some nasality there. Because it gives a really sudden change in tone. Right, and it makes it dropping the half step really easy as well.
Ambiguous, forever lies to exist, standing alone,
Hmm.
to be understood forever lies.
The adding nasality in and out just to give the different change of textures, to give the quicking, to give those quick changes in pitches, particularly when you go down, because singing with a lot of nasality can be efficient. So that droop of the soft palate can facilitate if you want to go down, if you want to go low, that drooping of the soft palate or really dropping of it for that nasality, it's going to cause some flattening to happen. So she uses that, the fact that that can happen, like it's oftentimes we don't want that, right? But she uses that to get down to that pitch really quickly. And then there's that other time she just flips up to the belt and says, YOLO!
Eyes, sigh,
Oh, and her sense of time is actually really nice. She's not just like you can still count. Like she goes into the triplets.
Patiently.
Patience happens right on time.
Hey, yeah. If you really need me, baby.
Give that woman a metronome, except she doesn't need it. She is the metronome.
Fall on your knees.
Ooh.
All night, divided by
Now that sounds like an issue with the mucosal lining. That crack that you hear, that's because of her nodules. What happens with the seal that ends up happening with the vocal folds comes from the mucosal lining, which is just mucus around the vocal folds. It helps protect them, so creates a nice seal. So if you have nodules, that liquid sealant that would happen with mucosal lining, it will kind of not happen there. This will happen if, for example, you have a really dry throat. You have a really dry throat, this will happen. She doesn't necessarily need to have a dry throat because she has nodules, so the mucosal lining has an obstacle anyway, but she then uses it without the lining. You're prone to flip open, so she just lets that happen. And so you get an articulation of the note.
the king appeared and the soul felt its worth.
Ooh.
Baby, don't know how to turn you loose.
She's calling and responding to herself. Mariah Carey might be the only person who could speak to herself, like have a conversation with herself, and I actually wouldn't be bothered. I'd be like, don't let me interrupt. I love that. It's so basic. Whoa, oh, that glottal at the end adds so much. Whoa, oh, that without that glottal, it's kind of lame, Like imagine a world where she goes, whoa, right? Like you're like, what? Why? What? This isn't a bop anymore. It's a bop because of the glottal.